Have you see? It's Aaron, Mutha Elmer. Today I'm entering a contest for my friend Christian. That CGC vinyl, used to be CGC vinyl guy. Great guy, Christian, you're awesome. And he's got a great contest here celebrating his 1 year in the vinyl community, which is what the contest is based around. The numbers 365, 3, 6, and 5. It's also a push to 800 subs, which is really cool. I think you're at 797 when I'm doing this video. So I know I'm late getting in on this. Hopefully I make it in time. And I got to show 3 albums by one genre, 6 by another, and 5 by another. So I'm going to start out with the first one. I'm going to show 3 guitar virtuosos. So I'm going to start off with Joe Satriani and Surfing with the Alien. Now, I remember when this came out in the mid-'80s, and I was obsessed with this record. I've always thought it was an amazing record. And really, I don't think any of the instrumental, purely instrumental records done by these guitarists have topped this one. I think it's still my favorite of the purely instrumental records. Awesome album, Surfing with the Alien from Joe Satriani. And right around the same time, now that's in it purely instrumental. These other 2 have vocalists. This one here is Fire in the Rain by Mossy. Alex Mossy is the lead guitarist, a virtuoso, amazing guitarist. This is a great record. And he's got a couple albums. I've got a couple by him. They're both really good. This is a little more guitar killer stuff on it. This is just amazing guitar work. Great songs too. That's really good. My last one actually has 2 great guitarists on it. This is Marty Friedman and Jason Becker with Cacophony. That's their group, I guess. And then it's Speed Metal Symphony. Amazing record. 2 of the all-time greatest guitarists in music, period. Any genre. Jason Becker and Marty Friedman. What a great record. So next up, I'm going to go with my favorite. I do it a lot, sleaze metal. So these are 6 of my favorite sleaze metal records. And sleaze metal is a type of, it's an offshoot of, say, the hair glam metal, but it's a little more raw, and a more, sexual lyrics in a lot of the stuff, and just more raw than a lot of the stuff that was coming out. And it was basically came out in the late 80s into the early 90s is when sleaze metal was really prominent. This one here is Smash Gladys with Social Intercourse. This actually has a female singer named Sally Cato, one of my favorite of the sleaze metal records. I love this one. It's awesome. It's a good, just rocking album. A lot of people don't call this stuff metal. I do. But, it's killer stuff. To me, the sleaze metal is metal. What I consider hard rock would be like Loverboy and Foreigner and Joan Jett and Boston and Billy Squier. So anything heavier than that is a type of metal to me. Up next, this is a really great sleaze metal band. This is damals, and this is their debut record. I don't know if they had another. This is the only one I've ever had, but I've owned this since, the cassette of it since it came out. I've always loved it. Here they are. Very Poison-esque, only this is a little grittier, and I like it a lot better, actually. Damals, great album. Up next, one of the heaviest of the sleaze metal bands, one of my very favorites, Spread Eagle's debut. And they've got a couple records. I'd really love to find their second record on vinyl. But this is an awesome record, just so heavy and gritty and aggressive and just amazing stuff. I love every song on this. Spread Eagle, number 3. And number 4, and this one has it in the title pretty much, Sleaze Bees with Screwed, Blued, and Tattooed. Awesome album here. I'd really love to see their second record be put out on vinyl too. But this one's just a killer record. This is epitomizes the genre here. Killer stuff, just great music. Love it. And then maybe my favorite of the whole bunch, Vain with No Respect. Absolutely love this record. I've loved it since I bought it on cassette when it first came out. And it's just a masterpiece of a sleaze metal record. Great hooks in the songs. A lot of killer guitar work. Really killer album. Every song is good on this. As well as my last one here, which is Rock's Gang with Things You've Never Done Before. Another great album. Amazing guitar work on this. They're from Florida. Just a killer band. I've loved them since they were out too. All these are bands that I've loved since the 80s and 90s. So Rock's Gang with Things You've Never Done Before, my 6th one. And now for 5, this is going to do something a little different. These are bands that are kind of genreless. I mean, they have so many different sounds, it's hard to put them in a genre. So I thought that was kind of a genre in itself. And I'm going to start off with this really cool band here. This is Saigon Kick. And this one just came out. This is Water. And they're kind of all over the place. They've got hard rock, heavy metal, glam metal, a a little bit of electronic, a little bit of alternative, just all kinds of stuff mixed together. Really hard to classify them. So they're kind of a genreless band here. This is a great album. This here is a band that only had one, these next two only had one album, but they're so eclectic, they're kind of genre, you can't really put them in a genre. This is Lord Tracy with Deaf Gods of Babylon, and they've got everything on here from just good straight rock to a thrash song, to a country, to a rap, to, you know, just every kind of, and they do it all really well. This is Terry LeGlaze, who was the original singer on the first 3 Pantera records. His band after Pantera, after he's in Pantera. Awesome album. I absolutely love this record. It's just so unique. Another one-off record that's totally unique is Life, Sex, and Death with a Silent Majority. Now, this band is all over the place, too. It starts out, and you're thinking, what is this, a lounge song? And then it goes into this really heavy metal, gets almost thrash at times, really alternative, just all kinds of sounds all over the place. Very unique record. You can't really put them in a genre. Life, Sex, and Death. Amazing. And this next one is a band I just discovered in the last year, thanks to my friend Mike, over at Mike's Got the Spins, and they're from Australia. It's King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. This one here is pretty much a thrash record. They have records that are country. They have records that are electronic. They have records that are just straight rock, hard rock. They are all over the place. If you put them, you can't really put them in a genre. They're just everything. They're heavy metal. They're, you know, pop, all over the place. Every record sounds different. Genreless band there. And my favorite, of course, and this is what got me thinking of it, it's why they're so unique and why I love them so much, Clutch. And this is Blast Tyrant, and they are the same. They started out almost as a hardcore punk, and then got space rock, heavy metal. They got a lot of blues in there. They got a little bit of jazz, just straight rock and roll. They're genreless. And these 5 bands were genreless. So everyone go sub Christian. He's almost to 800 subs. Congratulations, Christian, for being in the vinyl community for a year. That's really cool. And I'll see you all next time. Thank you.